This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannick, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A Wpial champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grab. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Live from Mohawk Area High School, it's high school baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT. Today it's a non-conference matchup between the visiting Hickory Hornets and the Mohawk Warriors. Hello everybody, I'm Tyler Aaron, and alongside me is Garrett Dolan. Thank you for spending part of your day with us today. Today's game marks the final home appearance of the season for the Mohawk Warriors, and with that, a special night for the seniors.
Yeah, and as Tyler mentioned, a fun tradition here at Mohawk High School. All the seniors' moms throughout the ceremonial first pitch to the players, that being Ben Brewer, Jackson Chapman, Dylan Deal, Connor Hart, Jared Huffman, and Jackson Peters. Speaking of last night, the Mohawk Warriors defeated Ambridge by a final score 8-0. Vinny Pizzulo went 3 for 3 with 2 triples. Junior Bobby Fadden started on the bump, went 2 innings, and junior Briar Crawford pitched the final 5 innings in relief.
Yeah, a huge non-conference win for the Mohawk Warriors as they are starting to get hot at the right time, winning their last 2 games as we approach the WPIAL playoffs. On the other side of things for Hickory, the Hornets, they snapped a 5-game losing streak against Oil City yesterday, winning that game 11-4. Sophomore Jack White and freshman Dante Evans recorded 3 hits in the win. Sophomore Sean Cummings pitched all 7 innings and recorded the win for the Hornets. First pitch is now a few moments away here. So with that, let's take a look at today's starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Grill Room. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout, appetizers, dinner, or homemade desserts to go. Again, call to place your order at 724-656-1553. The starting lineup for the Hickory Hornets: out in center field, Drew Manzo. Second base, Jack White. Freshman Dante Evans over at first base. Luke Lewis, the designated hitter today, the junior. Shortstop Ryan Disler at short. Behind the plate, Bryson Applegarth, the sophomore. Junior Michael Risby out in right field. Jacob Sloan at third base. And in left field, Sean Cummings, the sophomore. Now taking a look at the defensive alignment, brought to you by Madur Bonner Law. At Madur Bonner Law, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Out in left is Schmidt, Rona in center, and Peters in right field. Out in the infield, Olaire, Chapman, Wise, and Crawford from third to first. Behind the dish, Connor Hart. And pitching tonight for Mohawk, Vinny Pizzulo. Vinny Pizzulo coming in today with a 2-1 record, 19 innings of pitch time, 11 hits given up so far this season, a 26-8 ratio, I guess here, strikeouts to walks in 6 games started for him, a 3.32 ERA for Mohawk. And now let's take a look over at the standings now here for Section 1 of 3A. Mohawk sitting in 4th place in their section. Riverside at atop the division with a 9-1 conference record. Elwood City at an 8-2 conference record. Quaker Valley at a 5-4 conference record. Mohawk right there in 4th place with a 5-5 conference record. 1-8 conference record for Beaver Falls. And then down towards the bottom of Section 1 is Stowe Rocks with an 0-8 record. And now on the other side for Hickory at a District 10, Region 2, Slippery Rock is atop their division with a 10-4 record. Grove City in second at a 9-5 record. Oil City at an 8-6 record. Titans,ville at a 6-8 record. Connet area at 5-9, tied with Hickory at a 5-9 record, and Franklin in the bottom of their division with a 1-13 record. Now, Garrett, what can we expect here today between both of these teams?
Well, I'll tell you what we're not expecting, and that's rain. The all-turf, or the infield turf field here at Mohawk, really making it easier on us and the groundskeepers to get this game in. But, the outfield might give them some trouble, but we're getting this game in, and I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, the clouds have definitely started to clear up, and it looks like the rain is on the way out of here, which is great news to hear. Obviously, getting here about an hour and a half before first pitch here today. It's still raining. Maybe a few questions of, is there going to be thunder and lightning in the area? Is there going to be somewhat of a delay? But that is not going to be the case here today. Senior Drew Manzo will step up to bat first for Hickory. .216 batting average for Manzo. 3 RBIs as well this season. Puzulio's first pitch in, swung on and hit out towards left field. Schmidt is there and will make the catch.
Looked like he had a bit of trouble there. Might have been carrying a bit to his left, but ultimately makes the catch, and that's all that matters.
First pitch at 4:37 p.m. under mostly cloudy skies. 58 degrees is our first pitch temperature out here today. Today's first pitch delivery is brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Call Penn Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or get cases of bottles delivered to your home or work. Let Penn Ohio Bottled Water do the heavy lifting and bring refreshing water to your door. Jack White now up to bat for Hickory. The sophomore with a .408 batting average today, as the 2-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count goes down to 2-1. That one just outside for ball 3. Count goes to 3-1 now. White fouls this one back. See if it reaches out, just out of play, as Hart was coming back to make a play on it. Count goes to full.
Do you notice this post game, but both teams wearing red jerseys and white pants?
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting, but I guess it's the only sport that is acceptable, I guess, for it. Obviously, because you can tell really who's fielding and who's hitting. Hickory, you mentioned this earlier, but Hickory has that Erie Seawolves kind of vibe to it with their alternate red jerseys that they have. AA team of the Detroit Tigers. Of the game today, he's up to 27 strikeouts on the season. And that's going to bring up the freshman Dante Evans for Hickory. First pitch swung on and missed to Evans.
That's a really nice pitch there from Pizzullo. Just getting Evans to swing it in. Not really in his reach either.
Zolo fires it in outside for ball one. Went back to the breaking ball on back-to-back pitches. Just misses off that bottom corner. That one low and away for ball two. Count goes to 2-1 on Evans.
All three pitches he at bat so far, low and away, trying to get him to chase here.
This one shot out to right field. It's going to get away from Peters. It's going to roll the whole way to the wall. And Evans is going to have a stand-up double.
You know, that's just the definition of solid hitting right there. You know, Pizzullo, that fourth pitch as well, low and away, was just trying to get him to chase all four pitches. That one just hung in there a little too much, and Evans put that one onto the fence in right field.
Yeah, beautifully hit, just out of the reach of Peters, and gets its way to the wall. And maybe some late two-out magic here for Hickory as they have a duck on the pond. First pitch to Luke Lewis, designated hitter today, the junior, coming in today with a .361 batting average and 5 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch to Lewis. In there for strike one. Count goes to 1-1.
Get a mound visit here. Hart talks it over with Pizzullo for a moment. Now he heads back out there as Evans ties his shoe on second base.
It's like to clear a couple things up before we get back into it.
You do notice the 2 through 4 hitters on Hickory, 408, 361, and 361. Just great contact from the Hornets there.
1-1 pitch into Lewis, fouled on down the first base side. 1-2 now is the count.
Pizzullo looking for his 28th strikeout on the year here.
Here's the 1-2 pitch outside for ball two. Back to the breaking ball. Gets away a little bit there. Hickory looking to continue the 2-out magic. Swung on back out to right field. Peters is there. He dives just off the glove. Evans will come around to score from second. It's an RBI single for Luke Lewis and gives Hickory an early 1-0 lead.
You know, I mentioned it just before the game how the outfield was going to provide a challenge out there. And Peters and Wright, not only does he have that damp outfield, but the sun right in his eyes. You see his sunglasses on. So, I mean, that ball just hit out of his reach, maybe a foot or two closer, and he would have had it. But tough break there for Pizzullo.
Now up to bat, Ryan Disler. That's first pitch called for strike one. 206 batting average for Disler. 6 RBIs on the season. As that pitch is just outside for ball one. Count goes to 1-1. Luke Lewis on first base for Hickory. As pitch in there for strike two. Pizzullo fires it in outside for ball two. 2-2. This one right up the middle. That'll get through into center field. Another single for Hickory. That's 3 straight hits from that 3-4-5 hitter. And there's 2 runners on, and the 2-out magic continues for the Hornets.
As you just mentioned, Tyler, the 2-out rally here for the Hickory Hornets, you know, just really solid hitting here. And, you know, I mentioned the 2 through 4 hitters were having the good averages, but it's the guys after you're doing the work right now.
Now up to bat, Bryson Applegarth, the sophomore. 182 batting average for him, 16 RBIs on the season. That's second most on the team this year. Count 0-1 to Applegarth. This one upstairs for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1 on Applegarth. That pitch in there for for strike 2, excuse me. Count goes to 1-2 on the breaking ball. Breaking ball again down the third base side, just to the left of the bag. It'll be foul.
A little bit of an excuse me swing there. Looked like he tried to hold back on it, but made contact just barely foul down that left field line.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about it yesterday too at Slippery Rock, as that one's in there for ball 3. Count goes to full on Applegarth. On the 2-strike pitches, you want to be more aggressive as a hitter so you can get up the pitch count. Because, you know, it's only 100 here, as this one is going to be fouled off again. Count remains the same. Pizzolo fires that in, swung on and missed for strike 3. He'll get out of the early first inning jam. But Hickory does come around and score a run. 1 run, 3 hits, 0 errors made by Mohawk, and 2 left on base. As we head over to the bottom half of the first inning, with Hickory up 1-0. Now let's take a look over on the other side of things. For Mohawk, in order, Jackson Chapman, the senior, batting first for Mohawk. Drew Rona out in center, he's batting second. And Vinny Pizzulo pitching today. They're all due up to kick off this inning. Jackson Peters in the cleanup spot in right field. Cam Allaire out in third base, the sophomore. Behind the dish, batting 6th, Connor Hart, the senior. Batting 7th, first base, the junior Briar Crawford. Batting 8th, freshman Chase Wise at second base. And batting 9th, Landon Schmidt out in left field. And then on the defensive side for Hickory, Applegarth behind the plate. At third base, Sloan. Dishler at shortstop, White at second, and Evans at first. Cummings out in left, Manzo in center, and Risby out in right field. And pitching today for Hickory is Aiden Messer. He's coming in today with only 1 prior appearance this season, a 12.25 ERA for him, 5 walks, 0 strikeouts, 1 hit, and 1 inning pitched for him. So we'll see what he has today against this hot Mohawk team. It's the senior Jackson Chapman leading off the Mohawk Warriors today. First pitch is swung on and hit out to left field. Cummings drifting back for it. Kiss it goodbye on the first pitch of the bottom of the first. And Chapman sends this one deep out of here to tie this game back up at 1.
That's one of those swings that the second the ball made contact with the bat, you knew it was just flying out of here, and that ball never slowing down. Cummings in left field just stared up at it. He knew way out of his reach.
Chapman making a statement early for Mohawk on what could be his last game on this home field for Mohawk. As now Drew Rona comes up to bat now. As this one outside for ball 1, and Applegar's glove came up on the pitch. Don't see that too often. That might be a first.
Going back to Chapman's home run, Tyler, not sure if you mentioned or not, but his first home run on the year.
The 1-0 pitch to Rona. Swung on and hit out towards second. White is there. Throw on to first. And we have 1 out.
And that's important for Messer, After that first pitch home run, getting back, getting weak contact, getting him to swing over the ball. Rona, lazy routine grounder, the second there, but it's what you need to get your confidence back.
Vinny Pizzullo now up to bat for Mohawk as that first pitch is outside for ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Pitch to Pizzullo. Just a bit upstairs for ball 2. Count goes to 2-0. That pitch in there on the fastball for strike. This one gets away from Messer.
Luckily for him, no runners on the base paths to advance there.
Count 2-1 now. This one goes out towards center field. Manzo backs up a little bit and make the catch for the second out.
I mentioned it last inning, but really seems like the ball is carrying right now. That's the second time already in this first inning that the outfielder is just having trouble with it, but ultimately no errors to show.
Jackson Peters now up to bat for Mohawk. Another one of the many seniors on this Mohawk squad. First pitch in there, breaking ball down the middle for strike 1.
Just froze him there.
You mentioned when carrying out 11 miles per hour. That one's in there for strike 2, going out towards the fence. It's really helping that ball carry out more and more out to the outfield. The 0-2 pitch to Peters. Upstairs for ball 1. Count goes to 1-2 on Peters.
If you were to say the worst possible conditions for an outfielder, this might be it.
Yeah, slick turf, not enough traction, wind blowing not in your favor.
Sun occasionally peeking through, which it's just a death curse out there for the outfielders.
Peters swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the first inning. But it was Jackson Chapman to lead off on the very first pitch and sends that one deep out to left field to tie this game at 1. Now let's take a look at the keys to the game presented by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. For Hickory, starting fast. You came off of that big win yesterday against Oil City, coming in, bringing in that momentum, and we saw that in the first inning of a couple hits in a row, get into a rhythm. and be able to rack up runs against this Mohawk team. You know, staying aggressive 2 on the base pass 2, keeping Mohawk's defense out on their heels, making smart but yet aggressive on the base pads, you know, have Mohawk make those mistakes. And then for Mohawk commanding the strike zone, obviously you have a really great picture in Vinny Pizzulo out there just commanding the strike zone, keeping that pitch count low, get deep into this game. And then the senior leadership as well, obviously with the amount of seniors here, as what this could be the last game for Mohawk here. So, you know, just having them step up as leaders and really take charge of this game and run this one out.
Just about set here to start the second inning of play. As you mentioned, all knotted up at 1.
Back in the bottom of the first, it was 1 run, 1 hit, 0 errors, and nobody left on base. His first pitch into Michael Ristvy is in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1 on him. That pitch in there again. 0-2, went back to the fastball. Oh, 2 pitch to Ristvy, down low for ball 1. Try to get him with the breaking ball. The 1-2 pitch, again outside for ball 2. Count goes to an even 2-2. And outside away, count goes now to full to Ristvy. Great job battling back from an 0-2 count early on. Dragging this one out to full. Full count pitch to Ristvy, down the middle, called strike 3. He gets his 3rd strikeout on the day and up to number 29 on the season for Pizzulo. Jacob Sloan now will step in for Hickory. First pitch to him, swung on down the third base side, trickling foul. 0-1.
For the first hit of the year there.
0 batting average, 0 homers, 0 RBIs.
Just about maybe 2 or 3 feet away there from potential first on the year.
The senior looking for his first hit of the season. This one's going to go back down the third base side, trickling foul again.
Almost the same exact location, same speed, pretty much the same pitch. And
the 0-2 pitch to Sloan, just upstairs for ball 1.
Pizzulo really wanted that one not missing by much.
1-2 pitch to Sloan, downstairs for ball 2. Count goes even. Nobody on for Hickory, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Score 1-1. This one outside again for ball 3. And just like Ristvy to lead off the top of the second, works his way back from an 0-2 count to full. And just like Ristvy, he sent down on strikes looking. Copy and pasting from the previous batter. And we'll see what Sean Cummings can do as he steps up to the plate as the number 9 hitter. First pitch to Cummings. There for strike 1.
Looking to change the fortune of this inning so far. First 2 batters down looking. Trying to not make this 1-2-3.
That pitch just off for ball 1. Count goes to 1-1. 182 batting average for Sean Cummings. 3 RBIs as this pitch sent out a play and foul. Now goes to 1 and 2 on Pizzullo. Pizzullo looking for strikeout number 5 already today. Swung on and missed. There it is. Strikeout number 5 on the day. It's a K looking, and a K swinging. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the top half of the second inning. We'll be back here in a few moments for the bottom half of the second inning. Your score, Mohawk 1, Hickory 1. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Bottom of the second inning we go. Score Mohawk 1, Hickory 1. Cameron O'Lear, Connor Hart, and Briar Crawford due up to bat for Mohawk here, as ever since the home run by Jackson Chapman to lead off the bottom of the first inning, haven't seen too much of the bats since a ground out to second base by Rona, a fly out to center field by Pizzullo, and then a strikeout swinging by Peters.
Warriors here looking to change the fortune. Both teams got run in the first inning, then Hickory going down 3 strikeouts, so really anything would be an improvement for that then here.
Cameron O'Lear will step up to bat, playing third base, the sophomore. 238 batting average for him, 13 RBIs on the season. As first pitch to him is outside and low. That gets away from Applegarth for ball 1. As that pitch gets back and hits O'Lear right in the elbow, I think he got a piece. And then onto his back, so a hit by a pitch.
Yeah, he's in pain over there at first base. Not sure where it got him, but certainly doesn't feel good regardless where.
No, it doesn't. I've gotten hit by many baseballs in my tenure when I played baseball up through high school, and you know, it's not fun. But that'll bring up Connor Hart to the plate. Another one of the many seniors here for Mohawk. One of the 6 seniors on this Mohawk side. Pick off a that one gets away from Evans. No chance at second base for O'Lear.
Not too common to see back-to-back pick-off attempts there, but luckily for Messer, doesn't come back to bite him.
As showing bunt, that one goes over the head of Hart for ball 1.
Let's go, Bob.
Messer, no strikeouts, only 5 walks, and trying to get some control here. But
only 1 stolen base on the season for Cameron O'Lear. He's looking aggressive out there on first base. Bunt again. That one's going to roll foul for strike one. Count goes to even. And trying to advance O'Leary into scoring position for Briar Crawford.
Certainly a dangerous bunt there. Sloan playing in. That one popped up a little too much and could have been trouble.
That one inside and swung on and missed by Hart. Count goes to 1-2 as he falls behind. One-two pitch, swung on and fouled off down the first base side and out of play. Count remains the same to Hart. That one again outside to Hart. Count goes back to even, 2-2. That one just a bit upstairs. Hart working his way to a full count now.
Briar Crawford waits on deck.
O'Leary out on first base for Mohawk. He's going to take off. Swung on and hit up in the air. Disler is there. He's going to catch it. No throw back to first as O'Leary had to retreat heavily to get back to first. It's going to be an F6 put out for the first out. Briar Crawford will step into hit. Now the 7-hitter today playing first base, the junior, 167 batting average this season so far for him, 4 RBIs. Pickoff attempt, really close, but O'Leary's able to get back there safely.
Thought that had a chance, but a bit of an early slide there.
First pitch to Crawford outside for ball 1. You can definitely tell that O'Leary is definitely in Messer's head. Already 3 pickoff attempts already. Unsuccessful in all 3. Here comes number 4. He's going to get back safely again, so make that 4 pickoff attempts now.
You mentioned only 1 stolen base on the year. Interesting how careful they're being.
As the second pitch is up there. Sloan is there. It's going to go in fair territory, and he's going to be able to make that catch to retire Crawford. 2 gone. Chase Wise, the freshman, the only freshman in the lineup today for Mohawk. He'll get a crack at it here. 2 RBIs for him on the season, a .071 batting average for him. As another pickoff attempt now. Make that number 5. First pitch in there for strike 1 to Wise.
Almost feels like there's been more pickoff attempts than actual pitches this inning.
Well, if you compare it now, it's been 5 pickoff attempts to, I guess, 1 pitch this at bat. So definitely in the favor of the pickoffs. O'Leary runs on this one as it drifts foul.
O'Leary getting some cardio in right now. The other ball pop up to short, had to go back, and now a ground ball just foul out of the reach of Sloan.
Hey, get a couple reps in. I guess maybe he's prepping for, you know, the Fitness Gram Pacer test or something coming up. Another pickoff attempt towards first. He's safe. And there's so many, I'm starting to lose count.
as many pickoff attempts as Steelers Super Bowls at 6. Hoping to make it 7 for both here soon.
Hopefully, as this one's driven out to left field, Cummings is there. He gets under it, and he will make that catch. So, a early hit by a pitch to Olaire, 6 pickoff attempts later, and 3 flyouts between Hart, Crawford, and Wise. And it's going to send us to the top half of the 3rd inning, still tied 1-1. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Top of the order, due up for Hickory. Manzo, White, and Evans.
Manzo in his first at bat, fly out.
Yeah, fly out to left field to Schmidt. He's 0 for 1 today. So that first pitch was in there for a strike 1 on the outside corner. This pitch swung on and missed for strike 2.
You know, what sticks out to me about Drew is his hot pink batting gloves.
There's been a couple players already that I've seen with the pink and the purple batting gloves. It's very cool.
Reminds you of, I know we talked about earlier, but Mother's, kind of a Mother's Day theme, potentially.
Yeah, Mother's Day coming up here this Sunday, the 11th. The 0-2 pitch is swung on out to short. Chapman is there, throw on to first. Great pickup by Crawford to get the out. A 6-3 to kick off the top half of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, like you mentioned, really great pick there from Crawford. It's what separates good first basemen from great ones.
Jack White will step in to hit now for Hickory. He struck out looking and kicked off the strikeout party parade for Pizzulo. Already 5 strikeouts for him as first pitch out to third. Olaire's got it. Throw on to first. And in 3 pitches, 2 quick outs.
Similar fashion how first inning went, where Manzo and White both out to start the inning, but then Evans with the single, or the double, excuse me. So see if they can replicate that here.
Yeah, like you said, Evans, a double out to right field. He came around and scored the lone run so far for Hickory in this 1-1 tie. First pitch to him right there was outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch now to him, swung on and hit, just gets by Pizzulo, fielded by Chapman in time for the 3rd out. So a 6-3, 5-3, and another 6-3 in a very quick inning for Vinny Paluzzo and the Mohawk Warriors. As 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, 0 left on base. We head on down to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, still tied at 1. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
No 2 companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Bottom of the third inning we go. Here between the Mohawk Warriors and the Hickory Hornets. It's the 9-1 two-hitters due up for Mohawk. Landon Schmidt, Jackson Chapman, and Drew Rona. 51 pitches already for Vinny Pizzullo. 26 right now for Aiden Messer.
Had a really exciting first inning there, in the last inning and a half of definitely quieted down, more of a pitcher dominated.
Landon Schmidt kicks us off here for Mohawk. His first pitch in there for a strike as it swung on and missed.
Sun really poking out right now.
0-1 pitch swung on, hit down the third base side and just foul. Schmidt in an early 0-2 hole.
You know, a solid swing there, just tad too early, but that pitch was up high. He caught it and just, as I said, just a tad too early. Could have drew that down the line. Maybe extra bases for Schmidt here. Would have been his, first hit on the year.
Oh, 2 pitch, well outside for ball one. 1-2 on Landon Schmidt. Still looking for his first hit of the season. A 0-0-0 batting average, 0 homers, 0 RBIs. This one hit out towards third. Fair ball. Sloan's able to get it, throw on to first. And the one hopper not in time.
Called it foul.
Oh.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I mean, he was stepping on the line. It looked like everyone thought it was a fair ball. Everyone except for home plate umpire.
And the way he picked it up, both of his feet were still in fair territory. Very interesting here early on. The 1-2 pitch to Schmidt outside for ball 2. Count goes to even 2-2.
Hard to tell if he would have beat it out or not, but comes the 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, taken by Messer. Flips on a first, nice play there.
A 1-3 early on. Great job by Messer to get there in time. White right there ready to back it up if that was missed by Messer, but great hand-eye coordination by Messer, to get the arm out there and record that first out. So it's top of the order now. Jackson Chapman, again, flashback to the bottom half of the first inning. On the very first pitch, a solo home run out to left field as that first pitch is in there for a strike. That pitch outside for ball one. Looking at the somewhat out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County, as this one is well out of here, but foul.
The right fielder of the softball team has the ball. It went all the way over there.
Just 100 feet away, as that game 100 feet between New Shannock and Mohawk, as that one swung on and missed for strike 3 to Chapman. 7-0 New Shannock over Mohawk right now in the bottom half of the fourth inning over there. Now Now Drew Rona is going to step up to bat now for Mohawk. He grounded out to the second baseman, White, back in the first inning. First pitch to him was outside, ball 1. This one popped up towards the third base. That one was in fair territory, but caught by Sloan to record the final out of this inning. So 1, 2, 3 go down the Lancers, or excuse me, not the Lancers, the Warriors. And we remain tied here, deadlocked at 1. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
Top of the fourth inning, still deadlocked at 1 here between the Mohawk Warriors and the Hickory Hornets. Again, going back to the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by the Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. Save money on gas and let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go, serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County. The Newcastle Transit Authority going your way. Newshannock scored another run just a mere 100 feet away from us to take a commanding 8-0 lead here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And for these next 2 innings, Garrett has your play-by-play.
Lewis, Disler, Applegarth due up here. Lewis first pitch. Swung missed. 0-1 the count from Pizzulo. That pitch just outside. Count evens 1 apiece. Here in the fourth inning of work for Vinny. 1-1 pitch. Swung on that one, drilled to left field, and he flips the bat. That one's not coming back off the scoreboard and gone. Luke Lewis, the junior. That's why they have designated hitters. I mean, I said earlier when Chapman hit that home run, second the ball made contact with that bat, you knew it was gone. Lewis, the second he swung that bat, he didn't even move out of the box. He knew it was way out of here.
Yeah, absolutely smacked out to left, and all you hear is the giant doink right off the scoreboard. As you can tell, that was a no-doubter, and Lewis even knew it as well for him. So that gives Hickory that commanding 2-1 lead now, which is ever so important. It looked like it was going to be a game that was going to be deadlocked here for a while, as that is just only his second home run of the season.
First pitch in there for a strike. That's crazy. The way that ball came off the bat, you'd think he's Barry Bonds. 0-1 pitch here from Pizzulo. Just outside, count evens 1 apiece. Funnily enough, that ball hit right, I think, where the fourth inning guest score spot is, so put his mark up there. 1-1 pitch. Runs him inside, nearly hits him.
You know, with that home run, too, easily, without that scoreboard, probably about 360 feet is just to the left of the 345 sign out there in left center field.
Wish we had an exit velocity on that. I'd love to see it. 2-1 pitch. Just low. Disler ahead 3-1 now after the home run from Lewis. That pitch inside, ball 4, so it's a walk after the home run, and looks like we're going to get a mound visit here.
Yeah, first walk of the game so far for Pizzullo. Only his 9th walk of the season, and that's going to bring up our first trip to the mound, our UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC in Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you.
You know, you mentioned the second and third innings. After all that action in the first inning, second and third, just not much going on. And then first batter of the fourth, Luke Lewis, just, I mean, if there was a video on how to hit, that would be the thumbnail right there.
You got to think here now, too. 59 pitches so far already for Pizzullo. He's already hit over that 50 pitch limit now, so he's going to have 2 days of rest guaranteed. Mohawk's next game on Thursday at Sharpsville to wrap up their regular season before the WPIAL playoffs, and those brackets do get announced on Friday at 3 p.m.
Bryson Applegarth steps in first at bat in the first, struck out to end the inning. It's a fair better here, and Pizzullo looks over Disler at first. That pitch caught him on the swing. 0-1 behind goes Applegarth. Sophomore catcher for Hickory. Pizzullo set and delivers the 0-1. Gets the call in the outer part of the plate, and now the umpire looking over to the Hickory dugout and telling them they can't count. Kind of mocking the pitcher Pizzullo taking his time on the mound.
A little bit of a warning towards the Hickory dugout.
0-2 fouled back. Count remains 0-2 on Applegarth. Coming into the game, 182 on the year, 16 RBIs, no home runs for the lefty batter. Michael Risby waits on deck. This ball hit to the right side, but foul. Pizzullo delivers. Just a hair outside. Count 1-2 now on Applegarth. Disler gets his lead at first. Just a bit outside there. Count evens at 2 apiece. Pizzullo, 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouls out, one away. Count remains 2-2 on the Hornets catcher. That pitch just low and away, and now full on Applegarth.
Very curious to see here what Pizzullo will go to here, going back to the fastball, which we've seen so much on the 2-strike pitches, or to the breaking ball.
Called strike 3 on Applegarth, and a long at bat comes to an end via the punch out looking.
Well, he went to the fastball where he's gotten a whole bunch of players earlier and retires Applegarth for the second time already. Already 6 strikeouts for him, 32 now on the season for Pizzullo.
First pitch to Risby, swung on, hit to third. Olaire on his second, fires on a first. double play for the Warriors, and that ends the top frame of the fourth.
You'll love to see it, a 5-4-3 double play and get out of the jam.
Pizzulo gives up the homer, but comes back, and that's all the damage done. Head to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 now. Hickory leads.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Bottom frame of the fourth here from Mohawk High School. It's Pizzulo, Peters, and O'Lair due up for the Warriors against Aiden Messer. Now, fourth inning of play here. Pizzulo first at bat, back in the fourth. Fly out to center field. Looking to bode better here in the fourth inning. 463 coming into the ball game. 3 home runs, 15 RBIs.
You know, quick note to mention here too regarding Aiden Messer. Through 3 complete innings, 38 pitches only right now. So you put that on pace for a 7-inning game. He'll be right at that 100 mark to go the full distance here.
First pitch from Messer here. Swung on and missed for Pizzulo. You know, it's especially interesting given how many strikeouts say? None? He has none coming into the game, 5 walks. That one swung on and hit well to left field. Cummings looking back, it is gone. So the first batter of the top of the fourth for both teams sends it out. And that's the third ball it's landed in that little right or left field well out there.
Pizzulo knew it. He knew it as soon as it came off the bat. He did a nice bat flip there. He knew it was going, and you could just tell Cummings back there and left, slowly slowing down, giving chase to that ball. Again, easily, a no-doubter again. So just like 2 runs being scored in the first inning, 1 by each team, so far 1 for each here in the fourth.
Jackson Peters, the Warriors right fielder, steps in, struck out swinging in his first at bat, 270 average heading into the ball game. So down 0-1 here against Messer. Did he go there? No, he did not. Checks the first base, and he did. So now 0-2 the count. Peters in a hole. The 0-2 for Messer. Lays off that one in the dirt. You know, the first inning, 1 run from both teams. Second and third innings, none. Fourth inning, 1 from both teams. So who knows how this game will go. 1-2, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Messer. And 1 down in the inning now for the Warriors.
Now that's the second time Peters has been sent down on strikes. So we'll see how O'Lair does here, the speedy threat, when he gets on the base pads.
First pitch in the dirt, last time up, hit by pitch, and Messer kept checking on him at first base. 6 pickoff attempts. 1-0 here is low. 2-0 ahead goes O'Lair. Warriors third baseman. 2:38 coming into the game. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled down towards the Hickory dugout. Steps back in, 2-1 pitch. Goes over his head and behind him. And Messer saying my bad to O'Lear. At least just slipped out of his hands there.
A little bit of a magnet, I'd say.
Yeah,
hit by a pitch his first time up, so and almost the second time here.
Called strike there. Count runs full, and you'd have to imagine that's why Messer said my bad, because hit him the first time, threw it behind and over his head that time.
And that's the only base Messer's given up, too. Well, until now, again.
The announcer jinxes. Struck again.
You don't know how many announcer jinx I've been a part of over the course of this baseball season down in Waynesburg University or up here with Lawrence County. We had a couple yesterday when James Dotson and I were on the call, and I guess we'll kick off the announcer jinx a little bit later for this game here today.
Connor Hart steps in.
7
Fly out for a step, and that one gets away on the pickoff attempt. O'Lear heading to second base, and he'll be there standing. So that's, 7 pickoff attempts against O'Lear so far this game?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's going to be a throwing error towards Messer. So first error of the game that we see.
So, I mentioned it. Steelers 6 Super Bowls. We're hoping for 7. Got the pickoff attempts done. Just need them to put together now.
O'Lear did his half of the job.
That one swung on, hit to shortstop. Dissler fires across the diamond to Evans. Makes it 2 down in the inning. We'll bring up Briar Crawford. Fly out in his first at bat. Now, potential go-ahead run just 90 feet away. First pitch for Messer. Lays off, ball 1. Warriors first baseman in 167 coming into the ball game. 1-0. Lays off that one, and Messer a bit frustrated with those last 2 pitches.
Now right there, just right off of the outside edge there in the bottom left-hand corner of the strike zone.
2-0. Called strike 1 there, so count 2-1 now.
I think Messer jumped the gun a little bit early there as he was ready to complain about that pitch again, but did get the call on that one.
2-1. Oh, nearly hits him. That pitch running inside. 3-1 now on Briar Crawford.
And we've seen the fastball by Messer here the last 3 pitches. See if he goes back to it a 4th straight time.
3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Count runs full now on Briar Crawford. 2-2 here in the 4th. Payoff pitch from Aiden Messer. Swung on and missed inside, and Messer pumped up about that one. We'll head to the 5th. 2-2 our score here at Mohawk High School. Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Welcome back to Mohawk High School. Top of the 5th here, tied up at 2 apiece. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Hickory Hornets. Jacob Sloan, Sean Cummings, and Drew Manzo. Sloan and Cummings last 2 at-bats strike out. Drew Manzo 0 for 2, so hoping to get on the hit board here. Those 3 against Vinny Pizzulo here. 5th inning. Sloan steps in. First pitch from Pizzulo. Swung on that one, hit well to left field. Schmid going back, makes the grab. And quickly 1 out here in the top frame of the 5th.
He really got a hold of that one, and when it first came off the bat, you'd think, you know, that could get out of here, but just stopping short. Obviously, the wind has died down to about nothing now, so that's going to be a huge play for the outfielders now.
Sean Cummings steps in. First pitch from Pizzulo. Swung on that one, hit to right center field. Peters and Rona running, and it'll be Peters who picks it up and fires it in, but it's a 1-out single, 2 pitches in the inning.
Yeah, it's something you're going to have to monitor now for Vinny Pizzulo. That was pitch number 70 for him, so here comes 71. Again, you only get 100. There was action in the Nushannock bullpen last inning. Nobody's warming up right now, but again, something to keep an eye on here getting deeper into this game.
First pitch to Manzo in there for a strike. You'd have to wonder, he got the mound visit last inning, if they're telling him to be more aggressive here and let the defense do the work. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit to third, but just foul. Olaire chasing it down. Now in a hole 0-2. Manzo, fly out and a ground out so far this game. Not trying to add a strikeout to that. Pizzulo set and delivers. Outside. Gets a tad away from Hart there, but not enough for Cummings to advance. 1-2 the count from Pizzulo. Swung on that one, hit to right field. Looks like it's going to be out of the reach and into the stands, into the bleachers there. Crawford unable to get there. His hat flies off.
Almost caught by a fan out there on the first base side. You saw one run away from it. The other one stuck her hands up trying to make that catch, unable to.
Could hear the ball hit her hand, so at least she's okay. 1-2 pitch. Outside, count evens at 2 apiece. Pizzulo looking for his 7th on the game. That one swung on, hit foul down above the Mohawk dugout.
Again, what you preach as a coach now in this time is when you have 2 strikes, be aggressive. You foul one off, it's going to be okay because you're just working this pitch count up and up.
That pitch runs inside and the count now full on Drew Manzo. And I just said, you know, you wonder if they're trying to be more aggressive with him to lower the pitch count, but not what you want here. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground at third. Olaire flips it to second. Wise on a first. Ball gets away from Crawford. Bit of a tough play there from Wise, but you get the lead runner, and that's all you can ask for right now.
Yeah, and, you know, that ball got away from Crawford, too. Big break for Mohawk as Manzo didn't see that ball get away until he turned around. You know, if he would have saw that right away, he might have been able to stretch out another 90 feet. and get into scoring position.
So Manzo reaches for the first time of the game on the fielder's choice. First pitch here to White outside. Count 1-0. White struck out in the first, grounded out in the third. Manzo gets his lead on first. Pizzulo delivers. Swung on, fouled off his foot. A little bit of discomfort there, but stays in the game.
Yeah, he hit that one right on the inside of the heel. Definitely some discomfort now. It never feels too good.
Sophomore steps back in. 4:08 coming into the ball game. 1-1 pitch. Outside and in the dirt. Count 2-1 now on Jack White. A home run on the year, 17 RBIs. Head in the count 2-1. Did he go? Check the second base umpire. No swing. Count 3-1 now on White. And back-to-back at bats here where been 3 balls. Ahead 3-1. Pitch. Outside, ball 4, and we're going to potentially get another mouth, is it? No. So now 2 on with 2 out for the Hornets in this tie ball game. 2's across the scoreboard right now. And steps. Evans had the double in the first inning. Later scored, then grounded out back in the third. Pizzulo checks on second, fires this one and swung on, missed for Evans. Hornets freshman first baseman steps back in. 361 heading into the ball game. 0-1 in the dirt. Good block there from Hart. Keeps it in front of him, and fundamentals right there.
You know, you got to think here, too, if Pizzulo doesn't retire this one, you know, this might be it. This is going to be pitch number 86 for him.
That pitch gets the call in the lower part of the plate. 1-2 now on Evans. Pizzulo set and delivers the 1-2. Swung on and missed on a pitch inside, but escapes the danger without surrendering a run. Head to the bottom of the 5th. Score remains 2-2 here at Mohawk High School. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
I'm Kevin Sapp. I'm president of the Mohawk Education Association. We are one of the sponsors for the Lawrence County SportsNet. We would like to take a moment to wish all of Lawrence County student athletes health and safety as they compete. In particular, we would like to wish luck to all of Mohawk student athletes as they represent our school with pride.
Welcome back to Mohawk High School. Bottom of the 5th here. Aiden Messer still on the bump for the Hickory Hornets as Applegarth just fired that one to second base, and White and Distler not there. So just 57 pitches for Aiden Messer. So between that and the red jerseys, kind of reminds you of Heinz here. Heinz ketchup, huh?
The Heinz ketchup, 57. You always 57. Gotta love it. But 58 is coming. So
well, to my knowledge, no Heinz sponsorship, but between that and only 2 runs given up so far, it's been pretty good. First pitch from Messer here in the 5th inning, in there for a strike. Chase Wise steps in. 0-71 on the year. Fly out in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch. Low and away, ball 1. A lot of red here today.
It's a sea of red.
1-1 pitch for Messer, runs inside, doesn't get the call there.
Maybe they're getting ready for the Washington Capitals and Carolina Hurricanes, 2 of the most red teams you can get out of the National Hockey League, playing tonight.
2-1 for Messer, gets the call there. Well, we know who's not getting ready for the playoffs tonight.
Yeah.
A team about 40 minutes south of here, but and a little bit close to home there. 2-2 pitch for Messer. Rides upstairs, count full now on Chase Wise. 2 RBIs on the year. Payoff pitch. Nearly hits him. It's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Mohawk. Sounds like a poet.
Didn't make a lot of money as a
didn't
poet.
Didn't even intend to do that. Just came out natural. And
walk for Mohawk. I like it. It's a nice ring to it.
Fortunately, I don't think Messer likes it as much as we do, but steps off the mound there. Checks on Wise at first base. London Schmidt still looking for his first hit on the year. Grounded out in the 1st. Or the first time up, back in the 3rd, I should say. First pitch to Schmidt in there. Correction, not in there. 1-0 the count on Schmidt, the Mohawk left fielder. Checks on Wise again.
No pickoff attempts, but you know, it's telling Wise that, hey, I'm aware that you're on first base. You know, I'm ready to throw it back and attempt to get you out.
Certainly in his head. Shows bunt here. Schmidt tries to get it down. Throw it down to second, off of him or off the glove. Some small ball here from Mohawk.
Yeah, you can tell Applegarth wanted in, you know, Wise just enough off the bag for a throw down to occur. He might have actually been out if it was able to connect with Evans.
Now here's a pickoff attempt, so 3 disengagements here. Missed that bat alone.
Get the counter going again.
Swung on to miss. Throw down to second base. Wise. Tag is there. White gets it on Wise. And Chase Wise out stealing. First out of the inning. The small ball not working there for Mohawk.
What a beautiful throw there by Applegarth. Just to get it there on a one short hop and, you know, be able to get that there well enough in time to make that out.
London Schmidt going down swinging, so after the leadoff walk to Wise, 2 straight pitches, 2 outs there. Now bring up Jackson Chapman looking to keep this inning alive for the Warriors. First pitch he sees is outside, ball 1. Chapman homered in the 1st, struck out back in the 3rd, so 1-0 pitch inside for strike 1. Mohawk 9-8 on the year, 5-5 in their section. 1-1 from Messer, swung on, hard hit to 3rd. Sloan has it, fires across the diamond, bit high, but Evans has it. and that retires the side. So bit of a threat there from Wise getting the leadoff walk, but gets the next 3 outs. Mohawk is retired. We head to the 6th, still 2-2 between the Warriors and Hornets here at Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Top of the 6th inning we go here. And we have a new pitcher on the mound for Mohawk. A red zone call to the bullpen. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in New Shannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County. Jackson Chapman on the hill for Mohawk. Look at the numbers here for Chapman. 10 innings pitched on the season, giving up 12 hits and 11 runs. 7 walks, 12 strikeouts for him. A 7.70 ERA for Jackson Chapman. Record 0-0. So 5 complete innings for Vinny Pizzulo here today. He'll finish today with 7 strikeouts, 2 runs given up, 4 hits. As it's just going to be a switch of positions. Chapman will pitch. Pizzulo will be at shortstop.
Jackson Chapman, to my knowledge, no relation to former Pirates pitcher Aroldis Chapman. See if he throws as hard as he does.
It's going to be Luke Lewis, the designated hitter, up first in the top half of the 6th inning. And you want to take a flashback to the top half of the 4th inning. A leadoff home run on the second pitch of his at-bat, landing right off the smack dab middle of the scoreboard out there in left center field. The 1-0 pitch to Lewis. Breaking ball outside for ball 2.
Quite literally putting a mark on the scoreboard.
One pitch back right up the middle. Caught by Wise. Throw on the first scoop. It just missed the scoop. He's going to be safe at first.
That's one of those plays that Chase Wise, it's a tough play. Can't give it against Crawford, but that's a little bit frustrating there.
We'll see if they'll credit that one with a hit or an error.
And now he's doing push-ups over at second base for the throw bit off the mark.
So they hit off the top of the mound and took a ricochet out to second. Don't believe it got a piece of Chapman.
Yeah, they checked on him for a second, but said he's all good.
Showing bunt is Dister. Throw on to second. He's going to be out on the force out at second. So they will get the lead runner retired. But a runner still does remain on first. That's Ryan Disler.
Solid play there from Chapman, aware of the situation, aware that he had time to get that lead runner, 1 down now in the inning.
So Disler will reach on a fielder's choice and bring up the catcher, Bryson Applegarth, to the plate. First pitch called for a strike.
And the throw back hits, is it Applegarth on the helmet or the bat? Rolls out towards the Hickory dugout, but
a 0-1 count still remains on Applegarth. Final stats for Vinny Pizzulo: 5 complete innings pitched, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 runs given up in 5 complete innings of play. And Chapman comes in for relief. It's Disler out on first base with 1 out, as that one swung on and missed. Strike 2.
You know, I drew a comparison to Aroldis Chapman based off the names, but if you watch Jackson Chapman's pitch mechanics, do you see some resemblance there? So
yeah, you definitely do, as that one was called for strike 3, as it looked like he might have got a piece of it. That's how it came back in, but they deemed he did not make a piece of it, so strike 3 is the call. So Chapman will get his first strikeout on the day. His first pitch to Jacob Sloan upstairs for ball 1.
You know, I joked earlier about this game going extra innings, but it's looking more and more like that.
Pickoff attempt back to first.
Bit of a weird pickoff attempt there, kind of floated it in.
A little bit of a slow floater, and Crawford had to take a few steps to his left behind the bag to catch that one.
Like to see the radar gun on that one.
Pitch is in, called for strike 1, goes to an even 1-1.
Risby not thrilled with that one. Bit outside on the chalk there.
Caught that outside edge pickoff attempt, not in time. Disler will get back to first safely.
Not sure what the over-under on pickoff attempts this game is, but if you took the over, gotta be feeling pretty good right now.
Well, here's number 3. That one goes a little bit wild, but corralled safely by Crawford. So 3 straight pickoff attempts, all unsuccessful. So 1-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And now we have the same amount of pitches as we do pickoff attempts this at bat.
Pickoff attempts do not count towards the pitch count, for those curious. Although at this point they might start.
1-2 count to Risby. Runner goes on this one. A dropped third strike throw over, caught by first. Crawford gets his foot on in time for the putout.
I don't know about that, Colin. Now they're going to ask about it.
Yeah, we will see.
Third base coach immediately started running over. And now they're going to talk about, I'd imagine he's safe. Third base coach immediately started running over. He says, no way. Hard to.
And the head coach, Chris Manzo, out there not agreeing with the call. And they're going to call him out on this one. So 2 strikeouts in the 6th inning for Chapman. And that's going to send us to the bottom half of the 6th inning, still tied at 2 apiece. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Mia Prudes as the April Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month, after throwing a perfect game and 3 no-hitters in April, averaging 13 strikeouts per game. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Elwood City's Aaron Lake as the April Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month. after starting the year 6-0 with a 0.62 earned run average. Congratulations and best of luck to Elwood City's Aaron Lake and Union's Mia Pruz, the April Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Congratulations to our April LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Girls Track and Field as April's LCAP Team of the Month after winning their first section title in 40 years and qualifying for the WPIAL Championships. Congratulations to Coach Heather McKissick and the Laurel Track and Field team, your April LCAP Team of the Month.
Bottom of the 6th inning we go, and yes, Aiden Messer still out there on the mound. 70 pitches on the dot for Messer out there, so he's still got 30 left in the toll bag to use here over what can be 6 more outs, barring what happens here in the next inning and a half. But we are still deadlocked here at 2. It's the 2-3-4 hitters due up for the Warriors: Drew Rona, Vinny Pizzulo, and Jackson Peters.
Aiden Messer certainly hoping to have a quick inning here and then get some run support and go the distance next inning. You'd have to imagine Rona, Pizzulo, and Peters trying to knock him out of this one. Some action in the Hickory bullpen, so you'd imagine if he gets in trouble here on a short leash probably.
It's the sophomore Drew Rona, center fielder, leading off for the Warriors. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. That one hit out towards right center field. It's Manzo there. He's able to make the catch, drifting to his left to retire Rona. 1 out.
Looked like he had a bit of trouble with that one maybe. Some slight winds here blowing towards right field and drifted to his left. Made a bit of a leaping grab there.
Yeah, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. The sun's out to the full right now. Make it extra hard for all the outfielders. His first pitch into Vinny Pizzulo is down low for a ball 1. Pizzulo at short now, started the game as the pitcher. He played first base all last season, as that pitch is low for ball 2.
Clear skies right above the baseball field, but then to our left and right gets a little darker.
That one's in there for a strike. Pizzulo back to lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning. Hit a deep home run out to left field. All 3 homers today going out towards left field. And ever since that home run, there has been no scoring since. And no one actually has made it to third base since that home run. The 3-1 pitch to Pizzulo fouled off down the third base side.
A lot of action for Sloan over there. That to his right side, just not staying fair, including that one that he was right on the line for.
Yeah, not too much action out there at third base for Sloan, unless you like the ball to be foul. This is the full count pitch, is gonna just be outside enough. And a lead, I guess not a leadoff walk, but a 1-out walk for Mohawk. And they got one runner on for Jackson Peters, who has struck out in both prior at-bats so far today. Both struck out swinging, one in the 1st inning, one in the 4th inning. So he's looking to make contact and play and hopefully advance Peluzio.
You know, going back to Sloan at third base, when the Hornets were coming off the field, or excuse me, when Mohawk was coming off the field, Hickory head coach put up a number 2 to the umpires. So you wonder if it's that play at first and then that foul ball down the line, which they called foul, or if that's what he's referring to, saying that they missed 2 now.
Looks like There's maybe a dent in the ball or something. Our home plate umpire out inspecting that baseball.
Well, with how the ball's been hit today, I'd be surprised if there's not a couple dents in them.
It's Jackson Peters up to bat now. Came in today with a .270 batting average, 12 RBIs for him so far this season. His first pitch to him, breaking ball there for strike one.
Really nice pitch there from Messer, just freezing Peters. A pitch that looks right down the middle, but when you're in that batter's box, not nearly as easy.
Messer steps off and looks back at Pizzullo back at first. Pizzullo goes. Strike called, throw to second, not in time. This one's going to roll into center field. Here comes Pizzullo down to third. It's going to be a throwing error by Applegarth. And Pizzullo moves around 180 feet to third base and will now be 90 feet away from giving Mohawk the 3-2 lead.
So close, you know, for Jackson Peters here.
The 0-2 pitch to Peters. Upstairs for ball one. Count goes to 1-2. Likely a hit that hits the outfield grass will most likely score Vinny Pizzullo. As this pitch downstairs for ball two, count goes to 2-2.
Peters struck out twice already this game, swinging, hopes to change his fortune here.
Pitch number 83 is down on third base side. Sloan throw to the plate. He's out at the plate, but we might have an appeal here by a head coach, Nick Mariano. Maybe obstruction of the plate.
It's been a tough inning here for the umpires. Both head coaches discussing with them. Last top half of the inning, the play at first base, it was called out. Now another out call at the plate. Was hoping for maybe blocking there by Applegarth, but no success on it.
Looks like they're not going to get it. So Peters is going to reach on a fielder's choice. It's going to bring up Cameron O'Lear up to bat. O'Lear, the son of the men's basketball coach here at Mohawk.
You'd imagine head coach Nick Mariano not very happy with the decision to run home on that grounder to third with only one out. No. And a courtesy runner coming in.
Looks like we're going to get our first courtesy runner of the game. Our Axe courtesy runner. Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more information.
O'Lear steps back in.
1-0 is the count to Cameron O'Lear. Hit by a pitch back in the second inning and then a walk in the fourth. So he's 0 for 0 so far with 2 plate appearances. That one upstairs for ball 2.
Messer, a lot of inside pitches today. And O'Lear got on without actually having to swing the bat twice already.
Pickoff attempt back to first, not in time. Peters will get back safely to first.
Go ahead and cash in on those over pickoff attempts.
That pitch in there hits the bat on the check swing. It was well upstairs. It's going to go to 2-1 now on O'Lear. And it's Daniel Steffen out on first base, the courtesy runner out there is a throwback to first base. Again, not in time. He's safe.
Looked like he fooled him there for a second, but able to get back in.
Steffson, only a freshman outfielder, 5'9", out there. That one's just upstairs for a ball again. Count goes to 3-1 on O'Lear. Connor Hart on deck. It's the 3-1 pitch called for strike 2 with the fastball. Count goes to full.
Be off on the pitch.
Full count pitch. Called strike 3. He gets him looking and gets out of the jam in the 6th. So one runner left on base, one error made by Hickory, and 0 runs, 0 hits. So we're going to head to the top half of the 7th inning, still deadlocked at 7 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
It's Jacob Sloan, Sean Cummings, and Drew Manzo due up for the Hickory Hornets here in the top half of the 7th inning. We are tied here at Mohawk High School at 2. Softball game just finished up. Long moments ago, a 11-0 win for the Neshannock Lancers over Mohawk out there. A bit of a different story here, as every inch matters now. It's Jacob Sloan stepping up. He is 0 for 2 today. A strikeout looking in the 2nd inning and a fly out to left field in the 5th. First pitch to him called for strike 1 on the outside corner. Hit him with the breaking ball early. Second pitch upstairs, high. Ball 1. Sloan still looking for his first hit of the season. That pitch just misses that outside edge. 2-1. Chapman fires it in outside for ball 3. 3-1 now to Sloan. The 3-1 pitch there for strike 2. Count goes to full against Sloan.
Can't play around with the bottom part of the lineup here.
Sloan's 7th at bat of his season is up for ball 4, and a leadoff walk to kick off the top half of the 7th inning, and that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Sean Cummings.
Curtis.
We got a pinch runner coming in for Hickory. It's going to be Logan Rogers, the senior, coming in to pinch run. Hopefully get the bats going for Hickory. Chapman steps on. Throw back to first, not in time. Sloan, or rather Rogers will get back there safely. As the pickoff attempts remain high, showing bunt. That one's popped up down the third base slide. Olaire is there to make the catch. A lucky break for Mohawk to keep that runner at first base and record the out.
You can see Chris Manzo over at third base, not happy there. Not sure if it's an unwritten rule or a written one, but when you put the bunt down, get it down. You cannot pop it up.
Yeah, and another thing that they tell the pitchers too is to throw it at them. So it's either pull the bat back and take the hit, or put the bat there and just get it on. This first pitch to Drew Manzo in the top of the order is there for a strike. 0-1 on Manzo. He is 0 for 3 today. He did reach on a fielder's choice back in the 5th inning. A ground out to the shortstop in the 3rd, and then a fly out to left field to kick off this ball game. Rogers takes off for second. Call up high, throw to second, not in time. A stolen base for Rogers. And just like that, there's a duck on the pond for Hickory with 1 out. Breaking ball in there for strike 2 against Manzo. Count goes to 0-2.
Chapman had a threat last inning, so similar situation here.
Chapman looking to get out of the jam here as 0-2 pitch, and they're called strike 3. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Chapman. And he'll get that important second out and bring up Jack White. The sophomore 0 for 2 today. A strikeout looking in the first, a ground out to third base in the 3rd, and then a walk in the 5th. His first pitch low and away for a ball. 1-0 on White. Dante Evans sitting on deck as that pitch upstairs again for ball 2.
No, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if Crawford walks him. That puts potential force out at everywhere but home.
Pitch swung on and hit out towards left field. Schmidt is going to get under it and make the catch. So he retires White, and Chapman gets out of the jam, and we're going to send this to the bottom half of the 7th inning, tied at 2. It's Mohawk 2, Hickory 2. You're watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
New pitcher for the Hickory Hornets. It's Jacob Sloan. Aiden Messer finishes today 6 complete innings pitched, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 runs, and 1 hit batter. Very impressive for Messer today. Due up for the Mohawk Warriors. Connor Hart, Briar Crawford, and Chase Wise. As Mohawk looks to put this game to bed, or we're going to have some bonus baseball.
Sounds like a win-win situation there. Walk off for Mohawk or
bonus baseball?
Bonus baseball. Going back to the rhymes, walk off for Mohawk.
We'll see here as Connor Hart steps up to bat. First pitch by Sloan fouled off the front leg of Hart. Hart 0 for 2 today, a fly out to shortstop back in the 2nd inning, and then a ground out to the shortstop in the 4th. Sloan fires that one in, goes over the head of White and into right field. A leadoff single for Connor Hart. That's big for Mohawk, and we're going to have another courtesy runner. It's going to be Tanner Platt, the sophomore, 5'11", in place for Connor Hart. Got another Axe courtesy runner. It's going to bring up Briar Crawford to bat. He is 0 for 2 today. He flew out to Sloan back in the 2nd inning when he was at 3rd base. And then a strikeout swinging in the 4th. He shows bunt. This one's going to trickle down the 3rd base slide. Slipping is Applegarth, and he's going to get there.
That field a little wet from the rain earlier, playing a factor there, and everyone's safe. That was perfect as a bunt as you can get.
That's going to be an infield single. So back-to-back singles. They're huge for Mohawk, as we're going to get a pinch hitter now. Dylan Deal, one of the 6 seniors on this Mohawk Warriors squad.
See the outfielders now playing deep. No doubles here against Deal.
Dylan Deal, a senior, as Chase Wise comes out of this game 0 for 1 today.
Some action in the Mohawk bullpen if they can't bring any across here. Looks like Jackson Chapman's pitching day might be done regardless of the outcome in this bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, with Dylan Deal coming up to bat, 3 RBIs on the season for him. A .333 batting average as well for the senior.
Looks like Talon Swanson on deck might have another pinch hitter.
As Sloan's first pitch to Deal in there for a strike. 0-1 on Deal. And 2 ducks on the pond for Mohawk with nobody out. Tie game here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. pitch to Deal, swung on and missed, strike 2 in a quick 0-2 hole for Deal.
You know, they had the runner on first, no outs, got the bunt down, thought they might do that again here and have 2 runners in scoring position, but swinging all the way.
0-2 pitch to Deal, swung on and hit. That finds the hole. Here comes Rogers to the plate. He's going to come in safely. And Mohawk walks it off. Dylan Deal, you can't script it any better. The senior infielder with a pinch hit for Chase Wise gets it done.
Hickory arguing something here. They're saying he didn't touch third.
Looks like he did graze third base as he came on by, as that one slips by. And Mohawk's going to come out with the win. Mohawk is going to win this one 3-2 over Hickory. As we're going to get everything together here, and when we come back, we'll go over a summary of today's game as well as the MVP of the game and the Maley Chiropractic play of the game, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus so they need to use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zeno-Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Welcome back to Mohawk High School, a 7-inning thriller here today between the Mohawk Warriors and the Hickory Hornets. Here as we will go through a game summary here today. Our scoring recap. At Who Has the Edge tonight so far, our creative edge scoring recap where design and construction come together with experience. Starting off in the top of the first, a pair of strikeouts early on by Pizzullo, but Hickory gets it done with an RBI single hit by Ryan Disler to bring in Dante Evans, who hit a double out to right field early on in the first inning to give Hickory a 1-0 lead. Then we head over to the bottom of the first inning where very quickly it took one pitch for Mohawk to tie this up. A first pitch solo home run out to left center field by Jackson Chapman to get that one away. No scoring happens on either side till the top half of the fourth inning. A leadoff home run by Luke Lewis designated here. He pounds one off the scoreboard out in left center field to give Hickory a 2-1 lead. That lead did not last long after Pizzullo got out of the jam, as right on the bottom half of the fourth inning, let's talk about another leadoff home run, third home run of the game, third leadoff home run of the game. A solo shot out to left field by Vinny Pizzullo as he makes up for his mistake back in the top half of the fourth inning. And then right after that, retired batters galore between Messer and Pizzullo, as Pizzullo finishes 5 complete innings of play, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 runs. And Messer goes 6 complete innings, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 runs, and 1 hit by a pitch batter. So Sloan comes in for Hickory in the bottom half of the 7th after Chapman came in and pitched 2 spectacular innings of play. Going to the bottom of the 7th now. A leadoff single by Connor Hart through the first and second base gap between White and Evans, and then a bunt single by Briar Crawford put runners on first and second, and then a pinch hit. Dylan Deal, the senior, pinch hits for Chase Wise, finds the hole between third and second, between Disler and Sloan, and comes around to score as Connor Hart to get the walk-off single for Mohawk and a 3-2 victory for Mohawk. So that comes out with the final score. Mohawk 3-2. Hickory finished 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 6 men left on base. And then for Mohawk, 3 runs, 5 hits, 0 errors, and 5 left on base for Mohawk. Now, that is your creative edge scoring recap from concept to creation. They combine their extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Now it's time to get to the Maley Chiropractic play of the game before, and how could you not give this to Dylan Deal, sending this game home early without having bonus baseball. So for Dylan Deal, Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Dylan Deal of Mohawk. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Dylan for tonight's Play of the Game. Dylan will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of the season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Dylan Deal for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Now on to the MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award, and that goes to Jackson Chapman for his solo home run back to kick off the bottom half of the first inning, and coming in 2 innings of relief for Pizzullo as he finishes the day with 0 hits and 3 strikeouts for him. And credited with the win. Messer will get credited with the loss. MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Jackson Chapman of Mohawk. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Jackson as tonight's MVP of the game. Jackson will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Jackson Chapman for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. So that's going to wrap up everything here today. Mohawk comes out and improves to a 10-8 overall record, 6-5 in the conference. Hickory will go down to 6-12 overall record for them. So coming up next on the schedule for Mohawk, they will wrap up their regular season on Thursday at Sharpsville. That will be a 5 p.m. first pitch. But that's going to do it all for us here today from Mohawk High School. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan. Mohawk defeats Hickory 3-2 here from Mohawk area school, or senior high school, excuse me. That's going to be all for us. You've been watching the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.